Excellent. Excellent. I want to make sure I have this call just so we can go ahead and catch everything up, catch everyone up, have a private conversation, but a real conversation so everyone can make the right decisions for themselves and their families at this particular time. Now, just so you guys know, some of you guys have, of course, been knowing me for many years. Some of you guys been partners with me for over a decade or so, some less than that. But all of you who have been following me or partner with me, who have followed instructions that I have given over the years, have seen some amazing results for themselves, their families, their bank accounts. And I only say those things, guys, because I've been trained by some of the best people in the industry of home-based business and network marketing and leadership and how to move people, how to get people to have some amazing results in their lives, and how to build a successful business. So I want to go ahead and make sure that on this call today, as you guys has been recognizing, there's been a lot of transition, a lot of movement. People in this company, actually in this industry of home-based business and network marketing, have been moving around, and they've been moving around a lot. Just so you guys know, right around this time of the year is a traditional time that absolutely happens. It happens right around July, August, September is when people start to make moves, really around July and August. All right. You know why is this? The reason why people move that way, and I always like to make sure I teach you the psychology of a thing so you can have an awareness about a thing. Because without the psychology of it, someone can tell you anything and they can paint a narrative that they want to paint. And from painting their own narrative, of course, if you don't know how it goes, how it fits, anything that can make you feel some type of way. And that's the reason why we all paint narratives, to get a person to feel some type of way. So I always like to make sure I give you the real information so that you can make a real decision based off of how things flow. So traditionally in network marketing, right around this time of the year, people start to join companies. They start to transition to different companies. They start to look for opportunities. And the reason why is not that the companies don't always work. All right. A lot of times it's because over the summer months, their teams have not been producing. And those summer months tend to start around April when it starts to get warm, May, June, July. All right. So imagine if you was working your job and from April, May, June, and July, you didn't get no paycheck. And if you weren't getting a paycheck from your job, a lot of times we say, you know what, I can't work here anymore. I have to go find another job. And that's okay. People always feel the same way. They do the same thing. If something is not producing for them, they're going to say, no, let me find another job. Let me get myself in a better situation. Let me find how I can actually make some money for myself and my family. And that's what people do, not just in this company, but they do that in real life. All right. So once you understand that, you will understand that when people right now, as you've been seeing, you might have been seeing people who left a month ago, right around July. You saw people who left in August. You see people, it's still August, so people are going to still be leaving, but also you're going to see that there's going to be an influx of people who are going to be coming. For instance, some of you guys may not know, like Lisa Nichols is a major influence when it comes to leadership development. Does a lot of inspirational talks, motivational talks around the world. They're able to build a big business and tap into lives of millions of people around the world. She's actually one of the people who, since the transition has been happening, she feels safer. This is important for you to understand. She feels this is a safe space to finally bring the type of people, the quality of people into the company, introduce them to the products so that they can see how they can be able to build an amazing business in this process. Now, I say that to you so you will know that if people at that quality are now, they've been knowing the companies around, they was buying some products here and there, but now they see the opportunity to be able to bring in the type of people, the quality of people that they want to introduce to the business, and they feel it's a safer opportunity and a safe space. If they see that, and this is what she does for a living, working with people, CEOs, business partners, business leaders, all this other stuff. If she sees that, that means the same way people are leaving out, people are coming in. Am I making sense? So I say that to you so you can have an awareness. Don't look at it one-sided that people are just leaving. People are all over the place. What's going to happen? No, people are still coming. And my evaluation of how I understand it, when I see it, nobody has to say it. I can see it because I've been doing this for 30 plus years. Haven't worked for nobody but myself for over 30 years. Been able to build multiple six and then seven figures working for myself. And none of that stuff, I promise you, has nothing to do with impressing anything. It's only because I've learned to pay attention to patterns. Learn to pay attention to
Two
people.
different meetings
Learn
going
to be able to build an amazing business. Hey, your mic is unmuted, so please make sure you mute your mic. Thank you so much. All right. I've been able to build an amazing business because my business and your business is people. All right. You move the people, people move the products, but I need to make sure you understand that you're in a safe space. Let me give this to you real quick, guys. Right. Some of you guys I've trained it before, some I haven't. But I want to say this to you because it lays hand in hand with your ability to trust that where you are right now as a company, where you are right now as a business is the right place and the right time for you to actually build a business. Then there's 7 ways of how you can evaluate a company or you can evaluate a business so that you know you're in the right place at the right time. Right. And I'm not going to go deep into the training, but the first thing is write this down because it's important that you know. So whenever you're talking to other people, after today, and people want to give you whether or not it's the right, you know, because you can stand on your own belief that the first thing that you want to focus on is the CEO and leadership. The CEO and leadership, write that down. I learned this a long time ago. I've been able to apply it anytime I looked at a company, looked at an organization, looked at leadership. I've been able to have high value conversations with top leaders and top CEOs in the company. People even in the recent months who was asking me to look at companies and join companies, and I'm talking to CEOs and other people because one thing I have learned is this: I don't have to do a company to understand what's going on in another company. Because if you have a Target used to want to know what was happening in Walmart. Walmart wanted to know what's happening in Target. As a network marketer, and I know people are making transitions, sometimes I like to know what's happening. I like to know what people are hearing. I like to know how they're selling the people, so I can be able to help my people understand what they're looking at, what they're hearing, so they can make a proper decision if that's something they choose to do. But more importantly, so I can reaffirm that they're in the right space. Now, when it comes to the 7 ways to evaluate a company, one being CEO and leadership. Do they have MLM experience? Let me see here. Let them in. Do they have MLM experience? Are they open to field leadership and advice and involvement? All these things are important. Let me see if I can text one of my good friends here real quick. Hold on a second. Uh, hey, make sure your mic's muted real quick, guys. You can do that. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can get in contact with one more because I know John Licari was actually doing a call, so he can't. He's actually doing a call with Lisa Nichols as we speak right now, so he couldn't pop on. Let me see something here. And normally I don't like to step away from a call when I'm doing a training call, guys, but I want to see if I can get them to pop on the call real quick. But so it's important that you yourself know that you're looking for the right leadership from the CEO, the right leadership from the field. When it comes to the CEO, this is important. If you have a CEO who has experience in network marketing, experience in building teams, they have experience in business itself, all right, and then they're open to field leadership development. Now, if you have a CEO who has never had no experience in network marketing, no experience in this right here, which Jack and John do. Jack has done it network marketing first. John, of course, once he learned from Jack, they've been able to. They wasn't doing what we do now, building like doing all these home party. Jack did in the very beginning, but now he's just been building a business. But he still understands the infrastructure of what it takes. But the leadership, who you're connected to, who you are working with, who understands how leadership works, how business works, who really gets it. And when you understand that you're working with people who really get it, right, you yourself know you have the right leadership. You have the right people who have systems in place, things that you can do to be able to build. So yes, Jack and John listen to leadership. Yes, I'm a part of the in my WhatsApp group. I'm a part of the leadership chat that they have with the top leaders in the entire company. I know most of them are ambassadors and everything else. So it's not about the rank, it's about the knowledge and understanding. So I'm connected directly into the top leadership. This call is designed for those of you who are on a call with me to be connected, to become top leaders in the organization, the top leaders in our group as well. So when it comes to the CEO, yes, comes to team leadership, I know it. Other leaders on this call know it. You yourself know it if you have been
And
in
I
team leadership.
talk
And I'm
speed.
going to teach you
You
guys how
didn't
to
come here
build
keep
an amazing
forgetting. I
business.
said
Guys,
this
please
for
make
me in
sure
the
your mics
bag.
are muted. Give me a
No,
second.
not that bag.
Let
That's
me
your
make
pants.
sure that I can mute everybody out. Give me 1 second. I didn't want to have to do it, but let me see. Um, okay, great. Let me do that. And then of course, um, Okay, yeah. I want to make sure I can do that. My apologies for that right there. I know sometimes when you log on, your mic is already on and you don't know that it's on. So I get that. All right. So, guys, we have the right leadership. So once you know that, you can say to yourself, no matter what company people are looking at, if they may say, well, I got this over here, well, you have that too, so you can stand strong knowing that you're in the right place. The second thing, and this is important, products and services, write that down. This is how you evaluate you have a good company. If the products, A, are affordable to the masses, B, if they're unique in the marketplace, C, if it's a standalone product that people can just sell and make money in retail, right? And then, of course, D, if the products are highly consumable, if they're consumable, right? And when you have those things, when it comes to product or service, so even with TLC, and again, other people, they're going to look at other companies, they're going to tell you our products are like this, our products are like this. Well, our products are affordable to the masses. You got me? I've been out and about, right? I travel out and about. I have a couple other companies and things that I do to make money, right? For as far as business. So I'm meeting a lot of people all the time. As I'm out, I'm seeing the money that people are paying for dinners, what they're paying for events, what they're doing. People are putting money out in the world right now. So our products and that we have, like you know, when a person buys this product for 60 something bucks, they're buying two bags, right? They can buy one bag and it's 39 something bucks, so it makes it affordable to the masses. Right? It's still they want to use one product a day out of one bag. That still makes it affordable to the masses. If you break the bags up and sell it 5 for 25 or whatever we do, that makes it affordable to the masses. So yes, the same way people are spending money, they are eating out as groups and families, spending money out at dinners and parks and events. They have money to invest in product for themselves. Now, do we have a unique product? Now, this is the key thing about that. At one point, TLC was the only company that had like a detox tea or a cleansing tea. Then as time went on, other companies started introducing the cleansing tea, right? But even in the cleansing tea, different companies have different ways of how they introduce their teas. They may have some of the ingredients of it, but not all the ingredients. So they may have one or two things that's different, so they don't have the same exact product. But people have been hearing teas and things like that, right? But one of the things that we do have that's unique to our product base is the fact that we got GLP-1 systems, we got GLP-1 products. We do have other products it's called like a Me Too product. Because I got to be honest with you, Me Too, write that down. Me Too products. When somebody says, they said we got a detox tea, well, Me Too. We have an energy supplement, well, Me Too. Yeah, I mean, those are called Me Too products. I like to teach this stuff so my people can understand on a business perspective what you're looking at. Me Too products. But a lot of people don't have a GLP-1 product. The company, they may not have, they may have a detox tea, they may not have the tropical punch, which makes it unique even in this space. They may not have the watermelon, which makes it unique in this space. They may not have the brew tea. They may have an instant variation, but not the brew, which makes our tea unique. It's like Colonel Sanders with KFC, right? They have the spices that they have. I guess 11 or something like that, whatever. They have the herbs and spices that they have that's unique so that other people can implement and do other things, but theirs tastes the way it tastes, even though people are selling chicken. People can still sell different teas, but ours taste the way it tastes because of the different flavors that we have. So it still makes it unique. GLP-1 makes our product line unique. Other products that we actually have that I think they just launched today, another product that makes it unique that nobody else has. So yes, we have unique products. Standalone products, this is important. Can a person make money selling the product without building a team? And the answer is yes. People on this call, even I know Georgia, who's on the call right now, have sold a lot of the products. They sell a lot of the products Patricia. She sells a lot of the products. Sharon sells a product. Without building teams of people have a standalone product that reps can earn money in retail. All right. And then, of course, is it consumable? If a product is not only just consumable, but highly consumable. For instance, I have this bottle of cologne here, right? Lafayette Street Bond or 09, right? By the time I finish using it, it takes me months. That means if I buy one bottle for, I can't remember, it was 200 something bucks, whatever it was, buy one bottle, It may take me 6, 8, 9 months before I use, so it's not highly consumable. Buy a product one time, it takes months. It's consumable, but not highly consumable. A phone is not a product that's highly consumable. You sell it one time, you normally make money selling apps and a bunch of other services attached to the phone that people buying things on, but the phone itself makes it not a consumable. But when you have a product that people can be, that is consumable. Now, this is important for you to understand if you're in the right company. When you have a product that people are using, and then they have to reorder it the next month or reorder it again when they're done because they like the results, that means you have a consumable product base. So when you have a product line that's highly consumable, people are using the products. There's some things, let's say there's some services. If people are not consuming a service, a lot of times if they don't see the value in the service, they stop using the product. They will buy a service from you, but if they don't see results from the service, they will actually stop buying the products. You would lose that customer and you don't make any money. But we have product that's highly consumable. All right. And I want you to understand that so you can stand on the fact that you know you're in the right place, the right time, with the right company and the right value and everything. So yes, we have for number two, it hits the points that we needed to hit. 3 is of a fad or a trend. This again, we're talking about 7 ways how you can evaluate a company. So this is important for you as a leader in the industry to know, is it a fad or a trend? I remember they had these fidget spinners. People do. There was everyone. When fidget spinners came out, every time I went to a corner store, went to a gas station, went to the grocery store, every stores that had nothing to do with nothing about it would have them around the counter because everybody was buying these little things that kids could put in their hands and they could spin it, and it became the fidget spinners. And it was just, you still got one, Sunshine? So you know what I'm talking about. And again, it was a fad at the time, but they're not everywhere at the time right now. All right, it's not everywhere. I'm saying where people are actually using that. But if you have a trend, something that's trending, weight loss is a trend, health and wellness is a trend. People are they're always going to be looking for that. They're always going to want to maintain their health, maintain their weight. They're always going to be in that space. So you have a product line that's trending and not a fad. So yeah, that checks the box. If you have a great company, timing. Track record of a venture, the timing of the venture, all right? That's number 4. This is important because I'm helping you understand that you're in the right place at the right time. A lot of times we may say timing happens to do and be where if a company had been around at a certain amount of years, back in the days, we would go, oh, that company is old. That's Amway's been around a lot of years. Melaleuca's been around a lot of years. Oh, that company. And people didn't want to join that because it got to a time in network marketing where people wanted to be a part of something new. They wanted to be a part of a startup because they would always hear the stories of all the people who started with a company when it was ground floor. And when they started the company ground floor, now look at us now. That was always the stories. When I was coming up over the last 30 years, I've heard it several times that me, myself, given the opportunity to work alongside of a startup company, I did. But part of a startup, and you may get to the point where you're like, yeah, back in the days, we started 5 years ago, but a lot of times within the first 3 to 5 years, the company goes out of business. I was in startups and they fell to the wayside. I understand now when it comes to timing, there's been companies that's been around for 20, 30 years that back in the days, people would say, oh, you don't want to be with that company. Everybody knows about it. But they know about a lot of companies been around for a long time now, and people are now revisiting things that's been around for a lot of years. So timing kind of shifts and changes. But for you, when it comes to being a leader in the industry, capitalizing on an opportunity, timing is when you can get in and you can plant your flag. Timing means that you have the opportunity to be the out front leader. Timing means that the way you would sit on the sidelines and watch all the people who would tell you how they made 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, 10 million, 50 million. You'd be like, oh my God, I wish I would have. Now you have an opportunity to be that leader. The coast is clear. A lot of the people who were in the way, ones who just put people in, didn't train people, weren't working with people, they get in, made money, now they've been coasting. A lot of things have been happening where people have now been in a space that a lot of things has been happening that when the timing of the positioning for people have been off, your timing, your track record of this venture is right on. You have an opportunity that you can become the leader that you've always wanted to be. Be the leader that you always wanted other people to follow. You have a chance that you can bring forth your leadership, all the training, all the mentorship, all the things you've learned, all the stories about your life, all the things. This now time is for your story to be heard. This is the opportunity that those of you who used to sit on the sidelines and clap on and cheer on everybody else, now you have the ability to become that servant leader, to become that person that can build a multiple six and soon to be seven-figure business. But keep this in mind, guys. Listen to me. I know a lot of times we hear seven figures, $1 million income. And TLC made it easy and simple for people to do that. But I want people to know we're going to build this business the correct way. We're going to build it with a solid foundation. In TLC, I made multiple six figures from the first year I joined in 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018. I promise you on everything, no less than 150,000 in income from the very first year that I joined. You know why? And I'm not it's only to tell you as proof positive, when you build this with a solid foundation of leadership, solid foundation of people understanding what I'm teaching you right now. And Jason, I'm teaching them, I'm going over the 7 ways of how to evaluate a company. So you know if you made the right decision to stay, to move, whatever it is. So now when people are trying to get you to look at a company and you understand yourself, I already meet the qualifications that I need. And I learned this from a person who's making $1 million a month of income. And just so you know, as to catch up, Jason, I was talking about the first way to evaluate a company is CEO and leadership. Do they have MLM experience, and they open to field leadership? And you know, you and I are in the same leadership council with the company. So yes, they're open to that. 2, if it's a product or service that you have, and if it's affordable to the masses, is it unique? Is it a standalone product? That means can make money in retail. Is it consumable? Number 3, if it's a fad or a trend, and we know our company is not a fad. Number 4, if the timing of the venture, and that's where I'm at right now. So guys, I need you guys to know that the timing is impeccable. All of you on this call have been preparing yourself for a moment such as this. I promise you, everything that you've been through, every challenge, every situation, every ups, every down, everything you've been through has been preparing you for a moment such as this. I was listening to an audio that I did years ago. I did this event while I was a speaker. Actually, I was talking to my organization. I was even in that company. I was one of the tops. I was a trainer for that corporate, for the annual event. And I called it True Confessions Are Good for the Soul, the secrets of unleashing life, right? And ultimate living. And as I was doing that call, I remember I was listening to it yesterday. And when I stepped out, I was telling, because everybody was always asking, what is it that your team is doing so much different than everybody else's team that you guys are having this level of success? And when I walked out and I started the conversation, I quickly went into your story should be heard. Your story, Georgia, should be heard. Your story, Patricia, should be heard. Deidre, your story should be heard. Waveney, I was telling people because it's when people understand that they have value in their stories, the things they've gone through, the things that other people that they've gone through and you've grown through, and you can show other people how to overcome those self-imposed limitations, and people are attracted to your leadership. That's where the success will come from you. So, guys, this timing of this venture where you have an opportunity to be the standalone leader, that you have an opportunity to be the immaculate leader. You can be side by side, not behind me, not to the side of me, but side by side as I and other leaders be the next level and wave of leaders. We're starting off from 0 right now, me plus you, and we're starting at the same, we're all on the starting block together. Timing is impeccable. 5, if you have company and team systems in place. We have that. The company has systems in place. The team has systems in place. You have company or team systems in place. Yes, we have marketing training. The company has it. Your team has it. We have resources. The company has resources that we have. I asked Jason Rodriquez to pop on the call. He's one of the top leaders in this at the company, one of the most that aligns himself with myself. How I look at things, how I see things. He's been a top leader in TLC and in the industry of home-based business and network marketing. He and I had conversations about what we have going on. I said, "Let me see your system." I'm showing him my system. He's showing him his systems. I'm like, he's like, "We doing the same thing." Now his look a lot updated and more better. His look better, Patricia. His videos. I'm like, yo, Jason, yo, bro, you gotta put me on with all this stuff right here, right? But the thing is, this it's the same system of how to get them in, keep them in, and move them along. All right. So we have systems in place that we can work with. Number 6 is sponsorship. When it comes to 7 ways how to evaluate a company, sponsorship is important. The reason why, again, I have to give this to you because everything else that I talk about, I have to give this to you first. So from you guys getting this first, everything else can make sense to you. Let me see 1 second here. Everything else can make sense to you from this point. You getting on this first, everything else can make sense to you. Sponsorship is important. Who you allow to sponsor you into an opportunity, who you have, even if you don't have the direct sponsor, is your leadership still available? Is the person who sponsors you available? And if your sponsor available, I directly work with the company. I directly work with Jason. I directly work with the CEO. You have direct access to leaders in this company, leaders in this industry, leaders who know how to make this industry work. So you have people who know how to teach systems and how to build organizations. I've been building organizations not just in the US, but all around the world. I traveled to 20 plus different companies in TLC, had organizations and people in 30 different countries, been able to travel and spend time with people through South America and South Asia and in France and Europe and all these places I traveled over the years in TLC because of what this opportunity does. I understand people, I understand how to work with people, the cultures of people, all this other stuff, guys. You guys have the right leadership. We're connected directly to the CEO. I was texting John right before this call to see if he's available. And he was like, yeah, he was showing me, like I said, he was doing another call at the same time. Right, he was just texting me, showing me that he's on a call while we're on a call. He's like, I'm just starting this call. You got me? So, guys, we are in the right place at the right time with the right leadership, everything that you need in order for you to succeed. You're in the right place. I want to just make sure you guys understand that. And you yourself will be the right sponsor for other people. You got to trust that. You're not at the bottom. Exactly right. You have an opportunity, guys, to be the consummate business professional and leader that you wanted to be. And we're gonna have support directly from the company. This is a key thing. I'm working with them right now to put some things in place for you to be able to give, whether we're setting up where people can get some free products, you can win some trips. We putting some things in place for you right now for you to be able to use at your disposal to help recruit some new people, help get some products out there, get some things happening for you. Guys, we're in the right place at the right time, but we have to see ourselves as the consummate business professionals, next level leaders that we are. And then number 7 is compensation plan. The bottom line is this. In this compensation plan, people have made $1 in the same compensation plan with all the same things I told you yesterday, with the same CEO and leadership, the same products that we have, the same fads and trends, the same timing, the same company and team systems in place, the same sponsorships, right? Everything that we need, including the same compensation plan. People made from $1 to $50 million using the same compensation plan. So yes, the compensation plan is top notch. The compensation plan can literally help change our lives. But our job is to get back to the basics, helping people get to the fact that they can pay some bills, take some pressure off, pay some basic things, get themselves in a better space. No matter what people say out there, guys, you have everything you need right in here. I had to say that before we talk about everything else, because as you guys are going to find out while we're doing this call, there's another call that's happening at the same time. And that call that's happening at the same time is designed for other people to be able to give whatever narrative, not just teaching, and give so people to make the decision based on what they have ahead of them, but they're going to paint the narrative of what was afflicting them, what the challenge with them, why they had to make a move. And again, some people are not going to know how to evaluate if that's a good choice for them. Many of you guys, I've had a personal conversation with you. You didn't just hop on this call. We had a private conversation. So you guys have already made the decision prior to hearing anything else that you're already all in with this company. You already know. And again, yeah, we have some major things. We got the same comp plan with added things to it. Exactly right, Patricia. All right. So listen, guys, we have everything that we need. So no matter what people are doing, it's fine. I'm not going anywhere. I can't go anywhere. I've been praying for a moment such as this. Prior to even when I came back, I promise you, I was like, if this was this way, if this people weren't here, if this wasn't here, because I had people that I was looking at trying to get into the company, but they would see who else is in the company. It was like, no, but I'm telling you from my experience. And this is why you have to hear what I'm saying to you. When people leave to go to other companies, they get there to find out that's network marketing too. And when they find out that's network marketing too, and they still got to sell products, they still got to recruit people, they still got to do trainings, but the money's not coming. A lot of times what people do is they'll leave and then they'll come back. They'll leave later and then they'll come back. They'll leave and then they'll come back. And when they come back, when they get a chance to come back, if you are active and you are moving forward and they want to come back, now you have an opportunity so that those who have been lost souls, when they choose to come back, because you have been working between now and then, you put yourself in a position of leadership that when people see that you're vocal, that you're live, that you're giving all your all, they will want to be a part of what you have going on. Guys, we're in the best place at the right time. I gave you the 7 ways of how you can evaluate a company. Again, just so you can know that where you are is the right place at the right time with everything else. But again, I want to just have other leaders on the call that I had introduced pop on the call, just so they can be able to just to reinforce with you that you're in the right place, right time, right organization, right leadership. Everything you're going to need to succeed is right here. All you have to do is draw the line, step across on the side, you will not go back. Don't be influenced. Don't listen, let me tell you who I am. I'm a person that when I see people doing things, you know how people like to get online and watch and see it, I mute them. You know why I mute? Because I don't want to get into my emotions. I don't want to get into my thoughts. When I should be looking for people to recruit, looking for people to sell, now I'm looking to see what people are saying in the comments and what they're talking about and getting on those calls. And now I'm feeling what I'm wondering and questioning. No, I got to pay a damn bill in 3 days. So 3 days, I got to make money in 2 days. And 3. So why are you watching for 3 days? Your damn bill collector not going to, now you got to close the blinds because you're trying to hide from the fact that you ain't make money the last 3 days because you watching something for the last 3 days. Guys, we're in a place that all you have to do is stop. Don't let nobody else tell you about anything else. And again, this is the thing. I'm only saying this to you in a way where if you already made the decision that you want to stay in this space. But if you already know that you are not, it's fine. A person, again, I know everybody on this call have made the decision to stay, but I always have to make sure I give the caveat to this of saying, if in your spirit, in your space that you feel you have to make a move, then make it. Because I never want nobody, I'm never going to try to paint the picture or the narrative where it's just for me and I can benefit. Or just for this. No, you have to make a decision based off of you having the information laid out in front of you. And now that you understand the 7 ways of how to evaluate a company, you understand you have the right leadership, the right products, the right services, affordable to the masses. Yeah, it's not a fad, but it's a good trend. The timing is impeccable because you are the next level leader. Matter of fact, put your hands to your heart and say, I am. Patricia, put your hands here. I am that next level leader. Deidre, I am that next level leader. Sharon, I am. Catherine, I am. It's only once you say, Waveney, I am, and you choose to step into that I am. That's when all the goodness, the grace, everything that you've been asking for, everything you've been believing in, everything that you've been praying for, I promise you, because there's no way that I came back to this company at this time for it not to be what I was asking for. Not to be set up for me to be able to be here to help the people the way I know I need to help the people. There's no way, it's just impossible for me to be in this space for things to move themselves and align themselves for a position and a timing such as this. Guys, we have an opportunity that's been put ahead of us. All we have to do is get out here and go to work and believe with everything in your heart and your spirit that you not just in the right place, but you are the right person. that you are the right leader, that you're the right. Listen, once you know you're the right one, I promise you the universe will give you the people that you can serve. But you can't be in and out, you can't be doubtful, you can't be wondering. No, you have to know. So I want to just give you guys those, my perspective on what we have going on, so you don't be distracted by anything else. I want to make sure you guys know that we're here to work. I'm here to build. We can have some one-on-one sessions after this so I can help strategize some things with you and your personal organizations. But I needed the leaders on this call to know, guys, that you're in the right place at the right time with the right everything. So before I even open up the call, the other leaders and partners that I have on the call, I see Jay and maybe Sonia on as well. And I know Jason is on the call as well. And I wanted Jason to pop on because I've had calls with Jason. I was trying to text a few of the leaders to pop on real quick. But I know Jason is a consummate business professional leader, speaks Spanish, English, may speak Portuguese too. I don't know other languages, but the thing is, this my brother. The reason why I wanted him on the call because he's a person who understands when you follow great systems and you apply great systems as a leader with great systems, you can have great results. This gentleman has been able to do that himself. Also, I want to give you guys an opportunity that you guys can hear from a gentleman that should you have people who are in the Latin American space, people who speak Spanish, you have something like that. Do you? Because I know it feels so good to have people that be multicultural. And I wish that for you and your organization and your family. And I wish for you to have leaders that know exactly. Because Jason, I remember I would travel and I would have translators. And I don't know if they were saying what I was saying. And I would find out later on that they wasn't always. But one thing I know about you, brother, you know exactly well, if I'm saying it, you know exactly how to say it as well. So I wanted them to hear from you so that they will know that moving forward with TLC is the best opportunity, the best time. You've been plugged in. You haven't looked left or right. You've been connected to top leaders who made their decision to leave, and you made your decision to stay and plant your flag. And I want them to hear your story and your reasons why, and any additional things you want to be able to share for inspiration. Guys, this is Mr. Jason Rodriquez. Take it away, sir. Okay, I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure that I open this up for you. My apologies, sir. Give me see 1 second. Make co-host. There we go.
There we go. Thank you, Jason. How is my TLC family? Guys, I am excited for everything that's happening. God has a very funny, sometimes interesting way of blessing you. And I am a firm believer that when something big is coming, God sometimes is going to disguise it as maybe and sorry, English is not my first language. I think in Spanish and then I translate. So even though it sounds like I really know what I'm saying, I have a small delay. So I'm sorry for that. Okay. So when God has a big blessing for you, He has this way of disguising things in a way. You just have to trust that the best is yet to come. So guys, I've been in TLC for 9 years. I started this business from zero. I was a kid. I was 21, 22 years old. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't have the money to start the business. I had to take like a loan to enroll into TLC in Dominican Republic. I remember I made my money back in 5 days. So I was able to pay the person that loaned me the card. And in my first 9 days in this company, I had made $1,535. I was a 21-year-old kid in a third world country, no experience, no nothing. This, like, from that second, this opportunity started changing my life. Today, 9 years later, guys, I have teams all over the world. I've lived like most of my dreams. And I am more in love with my TLC business right now than I've ever been. And we are in a very important moment. We are in the middle of a shift, but a shift of what? A shift of leadership and a shift of the face of the leadership of this company. I want you to feel like God is asking you, like life is asking you to step up, to level up, because it's your turn. I want you to see this like God is like life is saying, I'm making space so you can get out of your comfort zone, so you can become the person you were meant to become, because it's your time to shine. It's your time to go to the next level. It's your time for your story to be known in the world. And I don't know most of you people here, but I know that you guys, most of you, have a story to tell. You've been through things. You've been through struggles. You've accomplished and overcame so many things that were meant to inspire other people. And this is your time. This is your moment. So I really want you to see it. And in my case, guys, when I think about TLC, I agree 100% with the seven different things that Jason told us. But I want you guys to think of this. TLC is known for two specific things. Number one, the products work, right? Nobody can argue that. Like people can bash whatever, can say whatever, but they'll leave the company being, but those products, no, those products work. People lose weight, the products are amazing, right? That's one. And number two, TLC is known worldwide for having an amazing compensation plan. People might say whatever of the company, but they'll be like, but no, but like they pay like crazy, they pay. So guys, we have those two things that we're very known for, right? Well, let me tell you that both of those things right now are gonna skyrocket more than what they used to be. I'm not supposed to say this, I won't come into details, but there's a new product coming in frequency, a new product, it has to do with weight loss. There's nothing like that. Like what Jack told us is, I am expecting this to be ISOT in 2008. What was ISOT for us in 2008 is going to be this product. It's going to be wild. So get ready for that. And number two, I mean, we already had an amazing compensation plan. And now we're getting the new bonus. I don't know if you guys have heard of this new bonus, if you guys have understood this new bonus. Like I've had conversations with John Licari where I tell him, because already John mentioned it. John has already talked about this. So this is not secret. And I've told John, I think people don't understand how big this is gonna be. Like they're not doing the math, they're not doing the numbers. And John's answer is like, don't worry, they'll catch up once they see the numbers in their back office. Guys, this is gonna be crazy. Like you are gonna make 10 to 20% retail match bonus. You're gonna make $4 every time someone makes 20 bucks on top of the points you were already making. So it's not like they're taking something away to pay. No. You're gonna keep on making the money you were always making, but now you're gonna make more for your team sales. Like think of this, 10 people selling 10 products is $400 that are gonna go to your check. But you know what else? 10 people selling 10 products requalifies you director. So add 120 extra on binary and the matching and everything else. I mean, you got 10 people selling 10 products and you can guarantee over $500 a week. Guys, that's wild. That's amazing. In another sense, like in our regular compensation plan, 10 people selling 10 products, you are gonna make 120 bucks, right? You are gonna go director and you're gonna probably a little bit more with your matching. Right now, the same scenario, you're gonna make 400 plus the 120. Guys, amazing. So this is gonna cause a lot of commotion. A lot of eyes are gonna be on top of TLC. A lot of new people are gonna wanna come into the business. A lot of leaders that know the numbers are gonna see this. They're gonna wanna come into the company. A lot of people are gonna wanna come back because they might go somewhere and might be like, oh yeah, but the product wasn't the same, but the compensation plan wasn't the same, but the vibe wasn't the same. And you know who those people are gonna come back with? The people who are here exposing themselves the most, doing the most noise, being louder than everyone else. So this is your time to be loud. Like I say in Spanish, this is your moment to be where the captain can see you. I don't know if that would translate the same way, but you gotta be where the captain can see you. This is your moment to be loud because right now with the shift that's happening, so many opportunities, so many doors are going to open, so many amazing things are going to happen. but you gotta be aligned, you gotta be in the right energy, and you gotta have the belief. With this, I wanna finish, guys. Um, Starting this year, let me see how, remember, I think in Spanish and I translate to English, sorry. Starting this year, I started telling my team, I don't know if you guys have seen this movie. This is a very kind of funny. Have you guys seen the movie Deadpool? Like
Yeah.
the Marvel Deadpool movie, that is like a superhero movie, but it's super funny, right? So in one of the Deadpool movies, there's a scene where they're trying to like recruit different superheroes, right? Because they have to do this mission. So it's like they have an audition and people are presenting their superpower, right? So it's like, okay, what's your superpower? Oh, I'm super strong. Come into the team. What's your superpower? Oh, I can become invisible. Come into the team. And then there's this girl, there's this lady that appears. She looks very normal, right? And they're like, what's your superpower? And she's like, I'm lucky. And everyone looks at them and they're like, wait, what? And she's like, yeah, that's my superpower. I'm just lucky. And they needed people so bad that they were like, come on, Lucky, get up, get on with the team. So in the whole entire movie, right, you see everything's exploding, everyone is fighting, everyone's doing, and then the lucky lady, she just starts walking through all the disasters, and you see like a tree is falling and it falls behind her. Something was gonna fall on top of her and something else catches it. Like the whole world is exploding, but nothing happens to her because she's lucky. So I remember looking at this movie and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my superpower. I'm lucky. Things just work out for me. Doors just open. When things look like they're going the wrong way, they're going the right way for me. And this was my message for my team starting this year. I told them, I want you to repeat yourself that you are lucky, that you are, and of course, it's not that I believe in luck. I just want you guys to like understand the concept. You are lucky. Things work out for you. When things go south, it's because for you, it's going to go north. Like when something's going to go wrong for you, it's going to go right. And this is the mantra I was telling my team the whole entire year, the whole entire year. Then all of this happens. And let me tell you guys that for my team, these last weeks have been the biggest, most amazing. We had an executive breaking last week, rising star director. We're planning a next executive starting this. No, we're planning two new executives starting this next week. I mean, people are going crazy. People are making money. People are so happy. People feel amazing in middle of all this that's happening. And I just look up and I am like, wow, God, you have a very, very funny way of making things happen. So I want you to take that word. I'm lucky. Everything that's happening, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. And I am going to get the best out of this whole situation, right? So, guys, amazing things are happening. I hope you guys all make it to frequency. In frequency, Jason was talking about systems. They're gonna launch a duplicatable system when it comes to retail. That's just gonna be amazing, guys. And it's basically what Jason was saying. We already have everything you need to be successful. But like Jack and John, they are really planning to take this to the next level. So we have the right leadership, right? We have an amazing corporate staff. I always say you can find whatever products, whatever compensation plan, but you will never find another Jack and John. Jack and John are the most amazing human beings you could ever meet. We have amazing products, amazing compensation plan, and the best part is that everything is just getting better. So thank you, Jason, for your time, for allowing me to be able to share with your people. And guys, you can count on me. Anything you need with the Spanish market, English market, whatever, a clothing call. Like I'm nonstop, guys. I'm nonstop because right now my vision, the way I see this is TLC already changed my life. Of course, there's a lot more money to make, and we're gonna continue making more money. But right now, for me, it's not the money. My bills are paid, my expenses are paid. There's properties. I have different flows of income. All thanks to TLC. Right now, it's we all need to grow. Because if you grow, I grow. If TLC grows, I grow. If I can add to your business in any way, well, that's gonna come multiplied in blessings, you know? So thank you so much. Big hug. Count with me and let's make things happen.
No doubt, brother. Listen, I appreciate you. And her name was Domino. Domino was the lucky one in Deadpool. And as you say, she was just the thing about Domino, she was like this. She just walking so nonchalant, chaos, things happening. She just and that's what we in right now. It's gonna be things happening, coming down, crashing. I'm like, yeah, boy. I'm still feeling good. We in the right place, the right time. Everything he shared with you guys was right on point. Because I told you, I said, you have prepared yourself for a moment such as all your life, you prepared yourself for a moment such as this. And Jason has literally made sure that you understood exactly. And when he's saying captain earlier, he was talking about coach. You want to let the coach know. When you was like captain, where he was talking about the coach, let the coach know I'm ready. If you're ready, tell the coach I'm ready. I'm ready to step up, coach. Here I am. Put me in the game. We've been saying it. You've been talking about it. You've been talking about it. What? Nobody give me now your opportunity to be the leader. Now nobody or now you can. Now you can be all you can be. All the things you ask for, pray for, wanted for, wish for, hope for, it all comes down to this moment such as this. So, Jason Rodriquez, I appreciate you, my brother. I said you and I had conversations from when and this, so you guys know, I had texted Jason. I said, hey, Jason, let's talk. He was like, hey, sure. But he was like, so what's the agenda? I'm like, yeah, you want to know if I'm trying to recruit you? I'm not trying to recruit you, bro. I said, I just want to have a conversation because I want to stay. I want to talk to somebody who I know who's in it too. But I get it because everybody right now, they're on a warpath. They're trying to act like they're your friend. They ain't call you in 6 months, a year, 4 years. Now all of a sudden they're your best friend. We got to talk about some things. Nah, they're going to get you in something else and they're going to leave you there and you're going to be by yourself and that too. You know what I'm saying? So I want to talk to somebody who I knew, who started from the bottom, who was able to take the opportunities for what it really was and put his own value into the opportunity, was able to transition that value and see the value not just in himself, but help other people recognize the value inside themselves. And when you have that type of leader that you can connect with, the person who's genuinely concerned about other people and not just themselves, concerned and really have the right conversations that can fit all people's conversations, that's always important. I always tell you, the quality of your life will be determined by the quality of the people that you hang around and you put yourself around. And I want to make sure that I surrounded myself in this call with quality people, that we can actually start to share and impart some additional vision as we all move forward. So thank you so much, Jason. I know I texted you last second. Pop on the call. You know what I'm saying? You popped on the call, sir. So thank you so much for just hopping on the call. And you can stay on as long as you need to, or you can hop up if you want to, but I will definitely give you another call as well. So I appreciate you, brother. And you don't have to go if you don't want to. But Sonia, Atchison, I know you popped on the call as well. You know that you and I have had some great conversations. We made some decisions that we were going to stand together and move this organization along from the very beginning of coming back to TLC at the very beginning of the year. You and I, we were put on a leadership team. Actually, we put ourselves there. We just started doing the calls, started doing the trainings, making sure we was available for anybody and everybody, cross line, up line, bottom line, whatever it was to help other people succeed. And we did that. And I wanted people to have a chance to hear from you as well, because I know, you had a call with your people yesterday. You did the opportunity call yesterday. And just so you guys know, Jason has sent me a presentation that I'll make sure you guys get. I'm going to put a new Telegram group together for those of you who are on this call, so that we actually can share information in the Telegram group. That's my personal group and team or something, so we can just build together and not be distracted by anything else. But I'll make sure you guys have access to the new presentation as well, that you can actually start to use it. But Miss Sonia, I know you did a presentation yesterday. You was able to step out there, put things in place. You've been a consummate business professional. I love you and your husband, like in real life. We've had some great times on the road. From the first time I joined TLC years ago, you guys were one of the first ones in the room. The very first time I ever had spoken in front of people, and we were connected since that time. And I want them to have a chance to hear from you as well, who's a person who's also been able to have some amazing results in TLC and decided you're going to plant your flag and not go anywhere as well. I want you just to share your story, your vision, anything else you want me to share while we're on this call with everybody today. Miss Sonia Atchison, young ladies. Guys, take it
Okay.
away.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mr. Scott. Thank you so much for actually, sharing the information with me for me to hop on. And thank you also, Mr. Jason Rodriguez. Look forward to connecting with you at Frequency. You guys can see this was very last minute. I said, hold on, give me 10 minutes. When he said, are you free? I'm like, I'm free, but I ain't no free meant get in front of the camera free. I thought we was gonna get on the phone. And so, you know, how you be inside your house and you have your house clothes on that you ain't gonna get in front of the camera. So that's how I was prior to him calling, because I just finished cooking and just had my house clothes on. But anyway, Mr. Jason L. Scott, you know, Jay and I, we love you dearly in real life. And we also, like Mr. Scott said, Jay and I, we made a decision when we came back to TLC in December of last year. We have to be true to who we are. And we made a decision that we wanted to finish what we started, because this TLC, just like Mr. Jason Rodriguez said, it's very, very rare that you find a CEO and a COO like Mr. Jack Fallon and Mr. John Licari. But even with that being said, I said, I don't want to be that person that, we promised these people, hey, we're going to be here for you. And then, 4 months down the road, we done ghosted you. Now we off to the next shiniest best thing. Because I look at this, Jay and I and Mr. Jason L. Scott, we had a lot of conversations since, the leadership decided, to do what they're going to do for them and their families. But we made a decision. We're going to stay true to what we're going to do as well and be true to the people. And for us, we said, we came over here and we have not finished what we started. We always say part of the 4 steps is giving it 18 months. We have none of us has been back. The people that, that's a part of the previous leadership, we haven't been back for 18 months and we have not given it our all. And so I don't look at this. So what Jay and I had to do when everything was going on social media, this person went here, that person went there. We don't look at this as a negative, not at all. Honestly, this is not a negative thing, because sometimes a person say, I can't believe you guys are still over there. Can't you see all the leaders left? No, all the leaders have not gone. And, I'm a leader. I'm not gone. Mr. Jason L. Scott is a leader. He's not gone. Mr. Jason Rodriguez is a leader. They're not gone. So you all that's on here right here, like Mr. Jason L. Scott said, it's time to step up. You are leaders as well. Let us know, raise your hand. And so this is time for new leaders to emerge. This really, look at this as a time for new leaders to emerge. So we're super, super excited about the direction of TLC 2.0. And really some people, because for me, I really want to say this to you all. We all have friends. We built relationships with people that has went on to go wherever they're at. But if anybody is bashing the company that I am currently in, which is TLC, I have to unfollow that person, because that means you're disrespecting me. I'm still over here. So why are you going to, if you called yourself my friend, but now you're on social media throwing shade and talking about, because the same comp plan that paid out, 50 million, that paid out 11 million, 50, it's the same compensation plan, but it's enhanced. It's the same compensation plan that transform your body, your family, what have you. And so but it's a better comp plan. And so, when the money, and so a lot of these people, some of them, they were still making money. They didn't leave because the money dried up. And, but whatever they left for, that's not none of my business. And honestly, I don't even need to know. And I'm not trying to find out. All I know is for Jay and I, we have Jay and I and Mr. Jason L. Scott, we've been in contact with each other almost every day. Definitely a couple of times a week. And we've been talking because we locked arms and we are true to this. And we say, you know what, we can't look to the left, we can't look to the right, because if you actually spend your time all day on social media, at least 2 hours out of your day, watching this person going live who went to whatever company, and you hear them say, oh no, the T don't work. Oh no, the compensation plan don't work. I'm not listening to that. So I had to unfollow some people, and so then I noticed that don't even follow my algorithms anymore, because I was seeing it so much. And then I was like, not that, I wish people well, but when you start talking about the company that I am in, I take that personal because you know that I am in this company, especially if you call yourself my friend, my associate, anything like that. So I just want to say to you all, just stay focused. Don't get distracted. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. It's the human side of you, because if you keep looking at stuff, a person can easily recruit you into what it is that they're doing. But if they know that you're 100% focused, because just like Mr. Scott said, people was contacting Jay and I, who I hadn't talked to in 5 years, for real, contacting us to come over here, come over there. People who, that was intel. I mean, people who, I'm serious. And then I looked and I was like, man, I didn't even know I still had her phone number in my phone, because we had not communicated. And I mean, so everybody, if they didn't reach me, they was reaching out to Jay. But if you 100% solid on what you're doing, then you become unrecruitable, because you are passionate about what it is that you're doing. Because when Jay and I, as well as Mr. Scott, we have to be honest. When everybody was leaving, the 1st of August, we was quiet on social media about TLC. So it made people wonder, oh, okay, I wonder if they going too. We was quiet. We wasn't posting nothing about, TLC, the products, anything. And so when Mr. Scott and Jason and my husband and I, we got together, and we was on the same wavelength. We was like, you know what, we're staying. And he's like, oh, I'm staying too. I done already talked to Mr. Licari. And we was like, we staying. And then that's when we actually got very, very loud, to let people know, no, this is what I'm doing. Even people that was not, a lot of them was not even in TLC. That was in other companies. The first day that, this big, everything was all over social media, people in previous companies that had never ever done TLC was reaching out to Jay and I, just think, oh, we got a position for you over here. We're going to build this leg for you. We're going to offer you this. They had never done TLC. They just made the assumption, because certain people had left, that we was going to leave. And so Jay and I, we are the type of people, as well as Mr. Scott, ladies and gentlemen, we don't follow the hype of the crowd. We have to follow what God told us to do. And so we're super, super excited about the direction that TLC is going. I love the fact that they have the TLC 2.0. I love the fact of one team, one dream. We all got our individual organizations. All of us do, but cut out a lot of the team names and stuff like that, because really what it does, it causes a lot of division. So I'm going to go ahead and get off, because I know I just was only up here for a second, but I just want to say to everybody, Jay and I, we are here. We're here to stay. We're here to, serve and do whatever we can do to help, anybody that's a part of the team, so we can help move the team forward, because I see greatness in what is about to happen with TLC 2.0. So thank you so much to Mr. Scott for allowing me to come on tonight.
Young lady, I appreciate you. Of course, I want to make sure you was on the call so you can have a chance to get out here. Because, like I said, we've been talking back and forth, having some full conversations, but we've been having conversations at peace. See, a lot of people have been in pieces, but we've been having conversations and we've been at peace. And this call has been designed so that you on this call too can have peace. Because I've learned a long time ago that a commitment to continuity produces emotional stability. That means when we're all committed to doing the same thing, dress right, being about 2.0, being about leadership, being about helping people, being not about all the nonsense and the rhetoric, but really truly here to help people succeed. And we committed to the continuity to that. A lot of great things are going to happen. But guys, listen, I was doing my best to keep this call going so that while another call was going, this call can actually cloud out the other call. I didn't want nobody popping up this call and trying to pop on and be nosy someplace else. Nah, you wasn't going to be nosy tonight. You wasn't going to be nosy tonight. I was going to keep y'all behinds right here. No, you're not going to be nosy. All right, so to make sure that I actually end the call, I want to bring on the gentleman of the hour. I told you guys at the very beginning, I texted him, could he get on the call, and he sent me a picture saying, I just started another call. And I said, I'm going to talk for a whole hour to make sure that he frees up until he was done. All right. And this gentleman, as soon as he was done, he said, listen, I'm free. Are you still doing a call? I'm like, yeah, because that was my plan, Wealthy Walker, to have you guys on the call until Mr. John Licari can get on here and seal the deal. And sir, just so you know, I started the call off giving them the 7 ways of how to evaluate a company so that they know we have the right leadership. They know we got the right product and service. They know that it's affordable to the masses, that it's unique, it's standalone product, it's highly consumable, it's not a fad. They understand all these things. They understand that the timing is the right timing because the field has been set and cleared for the right leaders and next level leaderships to emerge. So everybody knows that the timing is impeccable. I'm talking about having the right sponsorship and the right leadership and everybody who they're connected to at this time right now. Talking about systems that's in place, and I told them the company has systems, team has systems. There's a lot of things that's in place for people to win. And I said the same compensation plan that has paid a person $1 has paid a person $50 million. So everything that a person needs to succeed is right here, right now. And Jason Rodriguez told everybody before you got on, he said, listen, guys, they may have all the things they're talking about, but they don't have a John Licari and a Jack Fallon. And I have to put my stamp, and Sonia put her stamp on that as well. So, sir, the call is yours. Take it away. Okay, let me make sure I make you a co-host. There we go, sir.
Hey, man, that last statement really hit me, man. Thank you for that. Because yeah, companies have been copying us for a long time. They've been copying our products and they've been copying our compensation plan to a certain extent, not all the way, but they've never been able to quite copy us, and nor should they be able to copy us, right? Because if they're copying us, that means they're not being themselves. And that's what I love about TLC. TLC is a place that allows me to be myself, and it should allow you to be yourself as well. And so, first of all, thank you, Jason, for reaching out to me. I literally started a call 30 seconds after he texted me. I had a scheduled Zoom with another team about an hour ago. And that's a network marketing no-no, by the way, Jason. You got this thing going more than an hour. People are yawning. They're probably like, they're not paying attention anymore. But I got to say this, though, about Jason. This is why I believe Jason Scott's a great leader. If you are feeling frustrated about your network marketing business, you're not sure how come you got all these no's lately, or you're kind of feeling like, man, I'm not getting the results I need. If you just connect 3 or 4 days a week with Jason, he'll keep you going because he keeps me going. I mean, I'm on here listening to him. I'm like, yeah, this is the kind of vibe that we want TLC 2.0 to be, right? Like leadership that is pouring into people, servant leadership, great vibe, not calling anybody out, not making anybody feel a certain way, like just helping each other. We've got sidelines, we've got one team, we got one company, we got one logo. It's guys, here's what I know. And I wish everyone well that has decided to go and do some other things. And evaluating a company, I think evaluating a company is something that sometimes only the leaders do. And the people that are following never really, they just blindly trust. And hopefully that trust doesn't be manipulated. I guess I'll just say that because, we're talking about human beings here. And we're talking about people that have customers and have relationships. And I was talking to a young lady today and she said, hey, I don't want to leave TLC. And I said, okay, stay here. And she said, but I'm being told that I need to leave or else I'm going to miss out on this great opportunity. And I said, well, what do you feel? And she said, well, I don't want to let my customers down and I don't want to let my team down. She said, we have just been settled in and we love the products. We love the compensation plan. We love the corporate team. We love everything that's going on here at TLC. We're just starting to understand how everything works. And I don't want to let them down. I'm like, well, do you think you would let them down if you went somewhere else? And she said, yeah, I really do because they love it here. I'm like, well, then don't go anywhere. And she basically told me, she goes, I just needed to hear that from somebody because I haven't heard that from anybody that I've talked to yet. Right. And obviously she's in a circle of people that, are talking about, it's better to leave than stay. But here's what I do know. Everything is great here. Like the world is saying like TLC is done. They're going out of business. These people left and that person left. Listen, guys, some of the people that left have been here for 10 years. And that's a long time and we're grateful for it. But sometimes throughout that time, you develop sometimes irreconcilable differences, or you develop a situation or an environment where it's just time for maybe them to get a change of environment and scenery to help them succeed. And maybe it's time for us to have a change of environment for us to be able to succeed and prosper. And here's what I do know. Jack Fallon is super excited right now, and so am I. Because what we have always dreamed TLC to be is exactly what's unfolding right now. And that's no disrespect to anybody. But we absolutely know what we want TLC to be. We want TLC to be a company where people come and they get the opposite of what's happening in the world right now. And the world right now is very divisive. There's division everywhere. You have to pick red or blue, black or white, or whatever else division stuff is happening out there, right? And everybody wants to know, what's your opinion? Whose side are you on? Not here at TLC. No, we want to be counterculture to that. And we know that this is appealing to the world. Now, we all have to do our part. We'll have to support each other. We'll have to, maybe even to a certain extent, tolerate each other in a professional and mature manner, because we're all going to have differences of opinions. As a matter of fact, me and Jason just, I don't want to say we argued about something because we didn't, but like he had an opinion about something recently and I had an opposite opinion. But you know what? It was a very healthy adult conversation. And at the end of the conversation, I said, you know what? I'm going to consider what you said. And he said to me, I'm going to consider what you said because that maybe that makes sense too. And that's how business is done. That's how life is done, right? That's how relationships last. That's how businesses last. But I will address this. And if some of you have heard me say this and it's redundant, I'm sorry. But the top 3 rumors of total life changes are this. We're going out of business. Well, 30 days ago, about 100, maybe 1,000 people said that. Here we are. We're still here, right? They're moving to affiliate model. Last I checked, a lot of people got binary pay today. It's showing up in real time in their back office right now. It says binary pay $107 or whatever. That's not affiliate, right? But they did say this, and they're right. They said the comp plan is changing. They're right. It's changing. We just added a new first-time customer bonus 2 weeks ago. We're adding a retail matching bonus, maybe even a little bit earlier than the event. I know we've been saying the event, but I'm kind of excited to get that one going, and that might be already a little early. So they're right. Yeah, we are changing the compensation plan. We're making it better. We're making it more lucrative. We want to compensate you guys. And so sometimes people put a spin on words and, like they're like, hey, like, I heard the compensation plan is changing. Yeah, it is. We're making it better. But the fundamental root of it is staying exactly the same. We have an amazing compensation plan. It compensates people who are new, it compensates people who are team builders, and it compensates people in between. And so what I challenge all of us to do is this, and I don't know if everybody on here is here because they've committed to TLC or because they're still trying to decide, but here's what I can tell you for sure. There's a lot being said about TLC, but Jack Fallon and myself don't want you to respond to that. That's not TLC 2.0, and that's not who we are. There's a lot of disparaging things happening out there. There's a lot of stuff being floated around, and if we allow that to consume us by responding with disparaging remarks back, that's not what we're trying to create here. We're trying to create something really, really beautiful and something different and something awesome that we can all be proud of, something that your spouses and your family and your friends support, because we think that's important as well. And so I'm just super fired up because every time I think, man, things are going in the wrong direction, I jump on a call like this and I see these smiling faces and I'm like, and it's just such a great reminder of like, wait a minute, don't get this twisted. There's a lot of people that are happy right now. Of course, some of you might have questions. Of course, some of you are like, man, is everything going to be okay? I'm just here to tell you everything's going to be okay. We're going to figure this out. But by the way, we have to figure this out. And I need your help. We need your help because some of the people that are no longer here told me that we will never be successful without them. And I just can't let that happen. I just can't. I can't let them be right. But I need your help. We need your help. We have to start some conversations. We have to get some new customers. We have to let people know that the business opportunity here is still stellar and strong and rated very high in the industry, and they should take a look. And maybe if they take a look at the opportunity and see it the way we saw it, they'll see the opportunity that it really truly is. We still have products that help people lose weight, feel great, like stay healthy. Like Nutriburst not the #1 liquid multivitamin in the market? Isn't it? You guys, like, it is, right? Like, but how many people don't know about it? So many people don't know about it, right? And so what we're really talking about here tonight, and just recently in the last 30 days, what we're really talking about is everyone's arguing over people that we already know. And everyone's having their opinions shared by all these groups of people that we already are all know and we've all done business with throughout the years, right? But there's a whole group of people out there that have never heard of us. They've never heard of our products. They've never heard of the company. They've never heard of Peggy. They've never heard of Sonia or Jay Atchison. They've never seen him dancing at an event or having fun. And they've never heard, Jason like inspire us by the way he trains, where it's so relatable to the average man and woman like us, right? Like they don't know us. We've got to go find them. I can't do that. And I don't want to do that because contrary to popular belief, again, we're not looking to acquire or attain our own customers or our own distributors. We are in the network marketing business. We have decided to take our marketing dollars with our great products and give those marketing dollars to you. That's how this business model works. And I wouldn't want it any other way because network marketing has changed my life. It has blessed my life. And I would not want to do any other business model than network marketing with these products because I've met all of you and I've seen you grow and I've seen you achieve. And maybe sometimes once in a great while, I get a little bit of credit for that. And it feels damn good. And so I'm excited. I'm fired up. We've got a lot of things happening. If you didn't join us today on the 12 o'clock call, the updates call, we're launching a new bonus. We're launching new software for rewards software for hosting taste and talk parties, and those can happen in so many different ways. We are launching a recruiting and a retailers incentive trip. You can recruit your way or retail your way into a free trip with the company. Like all this is happening in the next 2 weeks, by the way. Right? We've got a brand new product launch that's happening at the event. We're going to make sure that we live stream that globally so everyone can just see how that's going down and figure out what is up. I think you guys are going to be, by the way, that product is going to really help so many of your businesses. We are so super fired up about it. Jack is, you know, we had to hold Jack back a little bit today in a meeting. He's like, let's pre-sell it. And I'm like, no, now's not the time for that. Like, it's 2 more weeks. It's going to be okay. But just trust me, you guys are going to really, really enjoy this product. It's going to be something that people are going to really feel and get the results. And it's going to be an easier sell and easier conversation for all of you to have. So I'm super excited about that. And I'm probably missing one or two things. But regardless, we're going through everything we can right now to make sure that we create as much positive noise as possible on the corporate side. And we're asking you to do the same, right? So yes, there's a lot of distraction out there. And I will tell you guys this, it has blessed me beyond belief. Okay. And again, no disrespect to anybody. I love everybody that I've ever been connected with. I have gone through my feed the last 2 weeks, and every time something is staring at me in my feed that is not TLC or my personal life, I'm just unfollowing or muting. I don't need to be distracted. One of my very first mentors about 24 years ago, one of my first business mentors told me, every minute you spend focusing on someone else's business is 1 minute you don't spend focusing on yours. I never forgot it. I was reflecting on it 2 weeks ago. I was traveling and I was like, yeah, I don't want to see that because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. All that matters is you guys. All that matters is TLC. All that matters is us. And so that's what I'm focused on. And it has blessed me, man. I've been sleeping better. My anxiety is lower. And I'm even more confident than I was even when some of these changes happen because this is all we need. And I believe in you guys. And here's what I do know, and this is already happening. We're starting to get to know and learn about people who have been here all along that we never knew were here. And they're starting to flourish and they're starting to become leaders in training and they're starting to really have results that they weren't able to have before for whatever reason that is. So if you're not excited, you should be because this is the start of something really, really great. And I'm going to apologize to everybody, really. And I know some of you have heard this already from me or from Jack or from both of us. Man, we let the company get away from us. That's really why we're here. We let it get away from us. Not the business aspect of it, but we really allowed people to be the face the voice, the energy, and the vibe of the company. And maybe in certain aspects that was good. But I know in the most important aspects, it led to a lot of what has been going on this year with some of the departures because many people were frustrated with us with Total Life Changes by not sticking to Total Life Changes vibe, energy, and really mission. And so my apologies to all of you, but here's what I can tell you. That's not going to happen anymore. We have a great group of leaders who are communicating on a daily basis. We're reminding each other, and we are definitely calling each other out when we need to. Say, this behavior is not TLC 2.0. This is not the way TLC 2.0 handles that situation. This is what we need to do moving forward because that's TLC 2.0. And so we're constantly checking each other out. We've created our own self-compliance department when it comes to attitude and core values. So that's what I'm most excited about. And we're seeing the results already. We're seeing people that get clarity, right? And I think this is an important thing to mention on this call. There's clarity now. And when there's no clarity, a confused mind does nothing. When there's clarity of who is here and who is not, then the company, the field leaders, all of us can operate more effectively and efficiently by saying, okay, here's who's here and here's what we're going to do. So that's all we got to figure out. Who is here and what are we going to do next? That is it. Don't let anybody scare you. Don't let anybody trick you. Don't let anybody make you feel nervous or anxious about this. Everything is still the same. The compensation plan has not changed. We've just added a couple things. The products are the same. Your corporate team's the same. The back office is the same. Like everything is literally the same. You order, we ship it the way we used to. You call, we answer the phone. So I wish that so many people weren't getting scared by all of this nonsense. But that's the reality, right? But how we overcome it is just spending time together like this, and it's really making sure everybody knows everything's going to be okay. So, Jason, if anybody has any questions, I'm here. I'll serve. I do have to jump off in about 15 minutes tops because I got to get ready for our 9 o'clock corporate training that we have, a mindset training tonight with Mr. Anthony Powell, and I'm running the controls there and emceeing. So I don't have a lot of time, but I do have some time. So if you guys have a little bit of questions or whatever, I'm here for you.
Well, listen, sir, I appreciate you making time for the call.
Yeah.
Like I said, I know it was like impromptu, as most of the things that
I love it.
it's impromptu, and you just
I love it.
But
Yeah.
for years, I'd be impromptu, and you be like, yes, and you just pop on randomly. I'll check you out. Are you free? You say yes. I'll send you a link real quick or something. You popped
Yeah.
on. I'm
I know.
glad you showed up on the call
Thank
because
you.
like I said, there's something I understand. You said one of the things you said that I started the call off with. I told people, when I start to see things, perception belief is truth. Doesn't mean objectively truth, your truth or my truth. I mean, you see things on social media, it starts to play with your mind, your emotions. I mute people out. It's not that I don't love them. I just don't need the personal distraction. I don't need to go down the rabbit hole of looking what they're saying, get on the call, watching the comment sections, going to people's pages on the comment sections, a whole hour and a half, you doing stuff while these people are literally recruiting people. You're in a psychological rabbit hole, not talking and recruiting nobody. And what you said, your mentor told you is what I led the call with, telling people, do not be distracted. Stay focused over here. Don't be over there. If you see something, mute. Because it's 60, 90, 120 days, they're going to be right back in your DMs, inboxes, asking you, seeing that you're making things happen on TLC, and they're going to be coming right back. So just stay focused. And another thing I want to better say is because when I start working with people, Mr. Licari, one of the things I understand, I talk about all the time, is clarity. One thing I understand is our business is people, and what makes me good at what I do is asking the right questions of people so I can hear how they respond. And in their response, I can understand their self-talk. And in their self-talk, one of the things I like to understand, help people understand is this is a discovery that we need. And in discovery, when I teach things, I teach people to reveal things about themselves through identity and awareness. And I wanted people to hear from you so they can understand the identity of the company, identity of what's happening, but the awareness of what's going on with the company. Awareness is going on in this moment. And you set the tone for that. Jason did a great job at it. Sonia did a great job at it. You came in and without even hearing anything from us, you just set the immediate tone for it. And I'm going to open up for questions for people to have any additional questions. But I did want to end the call for my question with people saying this, guys. there's three mandates of leadership, right? And it's important that people really understand that so that you know that the first mandate of leadership is to see it as it is, but don't make it any worse than what it is. That means it is what it is. You see it as it is, but don't in your mind say, man, I wish I was. No, it is what it is. See it as it is, but don't make it any worse than what it is. I set the foundation by giving you guys the 7 ways of how to evaluate it so you can see it how I see it. So nobody can't say nothing to you and dissuade you, to put suggestions in your mind, because anybody can say things to set the narrative based off of the words they use. But I gave you a level playing field so you can properly evaluate. So when somebody says it, you know how to discern from it. Number 2 is making sure that you see it better than it is. All right. It is what it is, but now you got to see it better. Don't make it any worse, make it better. Now it's time for all of us on this call to make it better. And whatever better means to you, let that be number 3. That means make it the way you see it. If you see it big in your life, make it that way. You see it as a leader in your life, make it that way. You see everything as positive and perpetually great in your life, make it as the way you see it. And Mr. Licari, I appreciate you. You led the foundation of leadership on this call for them to understand it. Jason did an amazing job, as well as Sonia, helping them understand. And again, if anybody got any last questions, I will open it up for you guys to ask any final questions before Mr. Licari hops off.
Thank you.
Last minute comments, questions, statements. Give me a second. Let me make sure that people can unmute themselves. I forgot that I had everybody muted out. Okay, there we go. Anybody got any last minute comments, questions, concerns they want to share before we done?
Yeah, I just had a comment. You can hear me okay?
I can.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
So thank you, coaches. Thank you, Coach Jason. Thank you, Mr. John Licari. So
Yeah.
I just want to say, yeah, everything happens when it's supposed to happen, and God is always on time, never, never late. Just as Mr. Rodriguez was talking about sifting and shifting and things, making way for the new energy. I was just speaking to my mom about it just the other day. With all the things that are happening, everything happens for a reason, and it's just positioning us to be where we're supposed to be, which is here. So I also want to say thank you, Coach Jason, for just staying solid and grounded and humble and just, serving how you do, doing all the work that you do. And yeah, I'm excited.
Thanks, Catherine. I really appreciate that. Thanks for those kind words. And that's the kind of attitude. And I love what Jason was just saying about really like seeing it as it is, and then see it better than it is. I think that some people see crisis and some people see opportunity, right? It's the same as like you see the glass half full or the glass half empty. It just really depends on who you ask. And so what I have really witnessed the last 3 to 4 weeks is some people coming together and leaving, and some people coming together and staying. That's what I've seen. And the second one is pretty dang cool. The people that are coming together to stay, they're like, hey, we believe in this mission and this vision and this impact that we want to make in the world, that TLC wants to make in the world. Like, we agree with that. There's nothing better than that. When you get people aligned to a culture as opposed to just a business, like people are buying into the culture we're trying to create. And it's a dang cool culture that your families are going to be proud of. And that's what listen, I mean, make no mistake. Leadership, I don't care if you have one customer, one team member, you're a leader, right? There's a responsibility to those people that said yes to you for you to like really think through and make all the right decisions. And I think you guys are making an amazing decision by staying here. I really, really do. And I'm not going to let you regret that. And so anything that you guys need, you're connected to some awesome coaches here. I've been doing this for 24 years and I've met some awesome human beings, but very few are in the top 5% of human beings that I ever met, like Jason Rodriquez, Jason Scott, and Sonia Atchison. Like, just forget it. I'm not even talking about business, just good human beings. And I love working with them. And, me and Jason have been talking for several weeks during, some of this chaos. And we just kept on saying, like, nope, man, like, we got to save the people, man. Like, we got to speak up and save the people. And that's what this first meeting is about. But please rest assured that we got some good stuff coming, and we're going to figure out a way to make all of you have the best chance at success moving forward. We're going to take a look at the organization and see what we can do to help everybody. All right?
Good stuff. Anybody else before we done?
Yes. Let me just say this. Thank you so much, Mr. Jason L. Scott, Mr. Jason Rodriguez, and Mr. John Licari. I want to say briefly before we all jump on the the mindset training tonight with Mr. Anthony Powell. To Mr. John Licari, you have been solid. You have been true to who you are, to Jay and I, since 2016. You have never, ever wavered who you are. You know, I mean, we can always count on you, always. And so that speaks volume. That means a lot to Jay and I, even to Mr. Jason Scott. Jay and I talked about this to him. You've always been true to who you are. You've always, we don't listen to the noise either. We've had to unfollow a lot of people because I can't have that in my spirit. So we just want to thank you, for the corporate leadership and you and Jack. Just thank you for taking out your time tonight to get on this call, with all of us that's on here tonight. And, we're super, super grateful for you, what you bring to the field and how you always make everybody feel in the field. The field truly loves you.
Thank you so much, Sonia. I appreciate that. It's words like that that keep me going. And, I'm telling you guys, like, we're going to look back on this 90 days from now and say, what a blessing that time in TLC was, and what a great decision I made. I promise you, because there's just too much good that's going to come from, it's too much that's already coming from this. And again, thank you for mentioning the social media again, because it's such a distraction. And I know that's how people recruit. But what I can tell you in 2025, people are not responding to that type of social media advertising as like they used to. People just want to see humility, they want to see genuineness, and they want something that's real. And a lot of that stuff, especially for those of us that have been in network marketing for a while, some of those social media posts, we're like, yeah, we know that ain't real. But here's what I can, touching back on the social media one more time, because I think this is important. And I'm no expert at social media algorithms, but here's what I can tell you. If you're connected with stuff on social media that doesn't serve you, right? Whether that's certain people or certain ideologies or whatever, and you're trying to attract people who are like you, who think like you, who have the energy like you, if you're connected to those people, guess what? Those people will also show up when they start looking at you. And so they're going to, if you don't want to be associated with any of that stuff that you're not happy with, then the best thing you can do is remove yourself digitally from it. Because if not, I mean, they're going to be getting friend suggestions based on who you're friends with and all this other different stuff. And so I think we have an opportunity now to say, here's who we are, like, and disassociate ourselves with everything that doesn't go with our hopes, dreams, and aspirations, right? And again, this is real talk, and it's not specific to anybody. It's really not, right? But I think we have a huge opportunity here to meet a whole new group of people. But those whole new group of people that we meet, they can't think that we're the old group of people. Yeah. They have to think that we're a brand new company with brand new people, and this is totally different than anything they've ever heard about TLC before, because that's where some great things are really going to happen. So, and if you guys have not made the decision to come to Frequency, and I know what it's like to travel, it's expensive. I just got back from a California trip with Lisa Nichols, and man, it's expensive to travel. I know. But if you can make it there, if you can make the money work, I strongly suggest that you go there, because I think you're going to feel an energy at that TLC event that you've never felt before. I really, really do. And I'm really happy with the content and everything that we're going to be doing there. So I'm going to jump off. If it's okay with you guys, get ready for this call, maybe even give you guys a break if you're going to be on that call as well, because they expect me to run the controls and play MC tonight. So I'm gonna take a quick little break here before I do that. But
Yes,
but
sir.
thank you, by the way. And by the way, Sonia has a free Frequency ticket. You guys can stay on, but I'm gonna jump off. Okay.
Well, appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much. Well,
Thanks, guys. Love you all. Thanks for your support. It means the world to me.
Well, guys, we're done for the call tonight. Just make sure you guys get back with myself, Jay and Sonia, your leadership team you're working with. Let me help you guys put some structure and some strategies in place. We will be doing some calls, just so you guys see this real quick. I'm not going to go through this process, but just know we have a presentation for you that you can actually use that's clean, that's precise, it's quick, it gets to the ways we get paid, everything else. So we have everything we're going to need to really get some great things happening. Jason sent that to me, and I'll make sure I get that to you guys as well. But please, hit me up so we can strategize, put some strategies in place. I need everybody to be vocal, to be loud, do a video, take a screen grab, even when we're talking and doing these calls like this, and show that you standing side by side or with the movement and the launch, and be vocal. And let's continue to make this a great year for each and every one of us. The last thing I'm gonna say, you guys, is this. This is the time of the year where people join people. It just is. Not just other companies, people outside of these companies, they are now trying to figure out how they can recoup money they spent through the summertime. This is a perfect time. August, September, October, November. These are the times where people start to join. Have your strength in that right there. Yes, you can, Victoria. After I finish, I'm gonna let you answer a question. I just want to make sure anybody who has to hop off, they can, so they don't feel like I'm holding them too long. But I did want you guys to hear from John. So guys, make sure you guys start recruiting people, getting to your people. And if you have to hop off, you can. But Victoria, you can ask your question, and then of course we'll hop off after that.
Thank you so much. I'm not even going to be long, but thank you so much for the call. Thank you so much, Sonia, for sending us the link to jump on. I just had a very quick question, and I know together we achieve more. I think you may have touched on it, but are we actually going to have a new Telegram group so that all the people who actually decided to stay can actually have a fresh, positive Telegram group where we can, just maybe have new ideas and work together?
Yeah, and we have to. We have to be able to create a culture amongst ourselves, an energy amongst ourselves, a community amongst ourselves that grows from this. And again, you guys are leaders alongside of us. You're not beneath us. You're not behind us. You're alongside of us. We're all on the same level playing field, coming out the gate at the same exact time. I promise you that. All right. And once we all come out the gate at the same time, we all bring value into the groups. New people who add it, we welcome them, show love, make sure they see what's happening, see that there's some energy that they're connected to, and we build a community together. But just know that your voice has to be heard. Your leadership has to be impeccable. You have to keep your word. If you say on this call that you want that, be that leader, be that out front, because this is your time. This is your voice. This is the opportunity that you've been asking for. So yes, young lady, we got you. You know what I'm saying? We got you. We make some things happen. We'll do some private calls. I'm working with people on this call that's international as well. So we got people on international calls. I'm willing to set some times and strategies for some calls for 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 7 o'clock at night. I'm a machine at this stuff, guys. I'll go around the clock. Sonia will make sure you go around the clock. We got
Hey, Jason.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm over here dying because I'm like, I'm around the clock too. So I see a couple of moms, and I wanted to let the moms know that if you're needing support, if you're working a 9 to 5, I work a 9 to 5. I'm actually a director assistant at a daycare, so I really do work a 9 to 5. But I am running my total life change business every moment of the day. And I actually let my boss know that I have a skincare and wellness company, and she understands. So I'm always walking around with my orange pack of vitamins, and everyone's asking me, what's this vitamin? What is it that you suck it on? I'm like, this is vitamins. So if you guys need help, not saying that no one else needs help, but if the moms are, struggling, if they feel like they need a little bit more support, because I know how it feels. I have 4 kids. It's not easy, but I am here to support you, and you're able to ask me anything that you need to ask me. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you as well, lady. I appreciate you guys. And you guys will be getting a link for the new Telegram group here shortly. So I appreciate you guys. And don't forget, hit me up individually so I can have some personal conversation with you guys as well if needed. All right. I love you guys. You guys have a great night. See you guys soon. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Good
night.
Thank you, sir.
Good night now.